Hey, welcome back to Matter of Fact. Today we got the recap for the first half of the games that has gone on over the weekend. We didn't get to talk about Jets Patriots before the game, but we're going to start off with that. How's your weekend, Austin? It was your birthday
It
weekend.
was good. Yeah, it was good. It was nice. It was fun. It was a cool weekend.
True, true. Hopefully, none of them young niggas stuck you up. You stayed out of DC, right?
We was in DC for a little bit, but yeah, we made it out safe. It was all good.
All right. So Patriots, Jets. I don't think there's a lot to take away from this. Besides, I don't know. Week two, it seemed to me like Aaron Rodgers was getting his flow together. So we're getting Rodgers of old. So I'm high on the Jets with that defense, with those weapons. Alan Lazard went from being like, yo, fire Hackett, get Lazard out of here. What's going on? It's not Lazard or Aaron Rodgers' fault that you guys didn't have a contingency plan set up last year. So, he's clicking with Alan Lazard. Garrett Wilson still getting a lot of the targets. Brees Hall's doing his thing. Braylon Allen looks like a smash pick. And then on the other side of the ball, we're just waiting for Drake May to make his first game, his premier game. So I think they're going to wait until I think they got the 49ers coming up. I think after that game, we should see Drake May.
Uh, if the offensive line is still the offensive line that they have out there right now, protecting Jacoby Brissett, I don't think we're seeing Drake May unless Jacoby Brissett gets hurt.
So you think they should just set them until because they got a lot of injuries on the line, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I know people want to see Drake May because they're just excited to see this new toy or whatever. But I mean, I hope we can take something away from this Bryce Young situation. Like you rush the guy out there because everybody wants to see the new product, the franchise quarterback, and then he becomes a shell of himself. What was the point of rushing him out there? You know
So
what I mean?
wait, are you defending what happened? Because I don't know that was like the worst
I'm
possible.
not defending what happened, but my whole thing is everybody is so impatient now with these quarterbacks, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about freshmen in college due to this NIL situation or rookies in the NFL. And sometimes a quarterback is going to be good, but he's a developmental quarterback, and he might need that year under his belt to develop and to take
What,
his time and to understand the
but was
NFL.
Bryce Young viewed that way coming out the draft?
Bro, but what you're not understanding what I'm saying. That's the whole thing.
I
The
think it
people are
depends, is what I'm
viewed,
saying though,
but
because
what I'm saying is people are instead of him being viewed as, oh, he has a lot of traits, we like what he can do out here. It's pressures on right away, franchise quarterback, this, that, and the other thing. And I mean, again, that's Carolina. So there's just a whole lot that went into it. But let's just talk about CJ Stroud. People are expecting all these rookie quarterbacks to come out and be CJ Stroud instead of not realizing like CJ Stroud is the quarterback. Like, wow, this is amazing. This is an anomaly. This isn't usually what we see out of rookie QBs. But we're like
Jaden
trying to
Daniels
compare
just had
everybody.
a greater
Right.
performance.
As that's what I'm saying. So everybody, so now
Brock
this is the
Purdy.
expectation. That's the expectation.
I
You know what I
just don't.
mean?
I
And it's
think
like,
there's just examples of both, and I think when you're number one overall pick, like like maybe he's just not good enough. Maybe his game just doesn't
and
translate.
that
I'm
might
not
that
really
could there's
seeing.
a lot of people that have been banging on the table saying that they didn't believe in it. There's a lot of people that have came out and said that they didn't believe in this from the start when it comes to Bryce Young. But what I'm just saying is we don't need to rush a quarterback out just because he was drafted third overall. Like let's get some tackles, let's get the protection that uh Carolina has for that had for Bryce Young this year, that they have for Andy Dalton. Let's get that protection, let's get that O line, and then you know what I'm saying, let's let him play some football. You know, what's the
So
point of
so
him playing right
wait,
this year?
let me. Oh, so you think he shouldn't play at all this year?
What's the point? What's
Reps.
outside of the fact that y'all just want to see him play football? You know what I'm saying? If he's the franchise guy, and next year we're gonna have a better team around him, what's the point of him playing this year?
Reps. I
Reps, he get
mean,
reps in practice. You know what
those
I'm
aren't real
saying? Like,
reps.
okay, but it's the thing. Y'all don't let if they were allowed to get reps, that would be understandable. But these days, quarterbacks aren't allowed to have reps. They're not allowed to do that. That's not
I
really a
mean,
thing.
let's not act
So
like the Patriots are 0-3. Like they could have
this
won
has
their
nothing to do
first
with
two
the Patriots,
games.
though. Is what I'm trying to tell you. This is from like freshmen in college all the way up to what we're seeing now. The
Yeah, but
impatience of
it
these cats,
depends.
these
We still
boosters, these
CJ Stroud isn't the only example of quarterback. Dak played immediately. A lot of people. It depends.
a
It
lot of
depends. And I
people
think if Bryce
busted though.
Young,
That's the thing.
huh,
We should be. That's what I'm saying. We should be praising C.J. Stroud and Dak, which was 8 years
and
apart.
Brock Purdy,
You know what I'm saying?
Brock
Yeah, like
Purdy,
we should be. That's what I mean. We should be praising those guys. Like, yo, that was mad impressive. Not this is the
maybe Jaden
standard,
Daniels right now.
right? Jaden Daniels. That's not the standard, bro. That's the wow. That's a
Yeah, but
wow.
having the quarterback sit like at the same time doesn't guarantee that he's good. Like it might
Okay,
give
but
them a better chance, but
right. That's
I
what I'm saying.
mean,
So
what
why do we need to? My whole thing, I guess, is why
let
do we
me
need to see him this
let
year?
me look up how many players are injured
Because
on that
think
Patriots
about
O line.
hold on. I got a perfect example for you. A developmental draft would have been all those cats that got drafted in 2021. All those cats that got drafted in 2021. But they all were drafted to start right away. Zach Wilson, Mac
That okay,
Jones,
but
uh, uh,
contextually, that year was such an anomaly because of the COVID year.
was
So
it? But
like
that
the
was
people were
considered a
throwing a
good
lot
draft
of
class.
darts, and maybe they shouldn't have been so because that
So
college
maybe
year
they
was
should. But that's
weird.
what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
That's what I'm saying. So maybe they should have had some more patience with all of those QBs.
Yeah, but I'm not putting too much stock in that COVID year. There was just too much going on. Like I need another example
What do
besides
you mean?
that.
Just another example.
Out
Those are QBs that had to
one,
start right
two,
away, and none of them play.
three.
None of them play for their respective teams.
I got you, bro. But like, it's not like the Patriots are just dead in the water. They're not looking like the worst team in the league at all. I mean, they
But
almost beat the Seahawks. They beat the Bengals week one. Put them up against a team whose pass rush isn't that good. Get some linemen back, and have Drake May
yeah,
show his stuff.
I
Why
mean,
not?
I think you just want to see him. I don't think
I
you
do. I
just
mean, I do want to see him, but
that's what I'm
like, I'm not a
saying. Like,
Patriots fan. I'm not. I'm
I
not
mean, I'm
super pressed. Like, we wanted
right.
him. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not
like
that
it's
pressed.
like
I'm just
I
saying,
think the
like, playing
I think
Jacoby
the
Brissett the entire year makes like no sense. Put him
I
out
think that
there,
was the play is to have him on ice. Like I think that's what they want to do.
not for the
They
whole
want him to
year.
have a
I
year.
think he's gonna. I think we're gonna see him in a couple of weeks. To be honest, because why not?
I
It's not
mean,
a
if
bad.
Jacoby
It's not
Bryant,
a bad coach team, and it's a run first team. So if they're front running, they might not ask Drake May to. They're not putting it all on his shoulders. They're not like, yo, go win us the game. You know
yeah,
what I
I
mean?
just think the smart thing
That's
for the
not how they're
franchise is to
playing.
set him on ice. I think what they doing with him, I think that's good. In a few weeks, if he's starting, then you're right. But if they
I like
want
what they're
to
doing with
sit
them
him,
too. I think the
yeah,
early part of their schedule, a lot of good pass rushers, a lot of good D lines. Give them some more time to develop under Brissett, a vet, and then against a weaker pass rush when you get some of those tackles and the guards back, see what he can do. Why not? Could win you some games, baby, because they haven't looked that bad. So
and then he can
why not?
also
Why mail the
rush.
season? That's like a mail the season in kind of move
They
to
are
me.
mailing the season in.
I don't think
They
so.
are,
Them boys are playing
yeah,
hard.
right. But it is what it is, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, we'll just see. We'll
I
see.
mean, the Seahawks are undefeated, and that was like their closest game. So went in
Right, and it's
overtime,
like,
but
damn, we played good and we lost. That's the best outcome from the New England Patriots right now because they're going to be able to get a stalwart left tackle for their a stud wide receiver for their stud QB.
hey, man, things happen for a reason. But we'll see. We'll wait on that. But I mean, we don't have to. We took up a lot of time on this game. I mean, that's kind of the takeaway, right? Anyways, Aaron Rodgers, and then on the other side, that quarterback situation. But yeah, man, the offense is clicking. Excited to see what they do rest of the season, how that division shakes up. Seems like it's going to be between them and the Bills. So at least for now.